Going from a pond to a freaking lazy river in my backyard. Nice.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is absolutely amazing. As for me, I am in a terrific mood and I am full of energy. I think today is going to be an amazing day. Because I'm here at the shop with all my animals, and that's where I am the happiest for sure. Lori has to feed all these Colubrid snakes here. She's got about 1,000 snakes to feed today. And I'm gonna go down and do some ultrasounding on some potential moms with pythons to see if we should continue to breed them or not. And then I have my buddy Greg from Aquascape, the guy that's building a pond in my backyard, coming over, and me and Lori have a little bit of a spat about this. I wanted this really cool, huge pond, and she wants something a little more modest. So let's see who's gonna win. Regardless, it's going to be an amazing day, and I hope your day is incredible too. So what do you say we get things started?
So look who's back at work today. Princess Artie's back at work, looking good, happy to be here. So today I'm back at the shop, back at work. It's been a really good day. Super happy, woke up and Artie was pretty close to her normal self, which makes me super happy. So I was still gonna leave her home today, just in case, to give her another day to rest, but honestly, she wasn't gonna have that. Well, as soon as I leashed up Zeusy and went to go leave, she was right at the door, pretty much telling me, "You're not leaving without me." So I went ahead and brought her, and she's doing really good. Like I said, super happy. Glad for that. One relief off of my head. Now it's time to get in here and crank some of the tons of work that I have to get done.
Okay, first task of the day is to meet up with Kelsey and get some python eggs. So what do we have? How many clutches today?
We have two.
2 clutches. Tell me what they are.
We have a fire yellow belly red stripe bred to a pastel GHI.
Man, I tell you what, this animal is definitely one of my favorite ball pythons. Fire, red stripe, yellow belly. I remember when we produced this animal and I was blown away, and this is the very first time that she ever produced. And breeding her to a pastel GHI is a really weird option. I've never seen a GHI red stripe, and there's a whole bunch, I mean, who knows what can happen with this one, but I am super excited, so I cannot wait to see what's in this clutch. Let's see. Oh, she's got them laying all over the place.
Uh-oh.
What did you do, Mama?
Bad mom.
Oh, you're a terrible mom. Look at, she's got 1 egg. Look at, she wrapped around 1 egg. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're obviously going to be candling these ones, but look at how beautiful that snake is right there. Again, that's a fire, yellow belly, red stripe. And man, I tell you what, think about that bred into GHI and pastel. That is going to be absolutely crazy. So how many eggs are there?
5.
5 eggs. All right, so we have 5 eggs. We definitely have to candle them because she was not wrapped around them at all. But that's not a problem. Some moms are just bad moms and they let the eggs go all over the place. But this is a good example of why we really like those eggs to adhere together, right? Because these eggs were all over the place, and if they were adhered together, even if she left them, they would at least be right side up. There's a good chance 1 or 2 of these eggs are going to be rolled. So we'll candle them and we'll check our next clutch. Okay, those eggs are all candled and ready to go. No problem. As a matter of fact, the majority of them were right side up, so we are in good shape. On to the next clutch. What do we have?
We have a spinner bred to a pastel ivory.
Spinner to a pastel ivory. Now a spinner is actually a pinstripe spider. The pastel ivory is obviously pastel and a super yellow belly. So it could be some pretty cool stuff. So everything is going to be yellow belly. There's going to be pastel, spinner, and spider potential. So we could get some spinner blast yellow bellies and a whole bunch of other stuff. Regardless, it'll be a nice clutch. Let's see what we have here. All right. Mama's under the paper. Oh yeah, she's a good mama now. She decided to stay on her eggs. Good girl. Oh, it looks like a nice clutch of eggs too. Oh, I'll get this tail for you. Look at that. That is a beautiful clutch of eggs right there. 2, 4, 6, 8 good eggs. Way to go, Mom. Look at that. Woo. Nice egg. Of course, you got to remove that 1 egg. Kelsey's become a pro at this. All right, guys, there you go. And again, this is the mama right here. Look at how beautiful she is. She is just such a good animal. And this doesn't even look like she laid eggs. I mean, she still looks like she's in great shape. And typically, when we're talking about breeding again next year, we want females to look good coming off their eggs because that gives us a better chance of breeding them next year. When there's a ton of lost weight, sometimes they take a year off, but she looks like she's in good shape. Good job, Kelsey.
Thank you.
All right, let's go collect some Colubrid eggs.
So, you may be wondering, Hey Lori, what's on your agenda today? Well, shocker, today I have to feed. I feel like I do this almost every day. It's not, but it does feel like it. There you go. Inquiring minds want to know. Lori, what are you doing today? Feeding.
All right, so we are on to Colubrid egg clutches, and these are second clutches. So these have already laid once, and this is the second time around. And I've told you guys in the past, second clutches are typically smaller clutches, and they're also a lot of fertility issues usually. It just depends on the animal. So let's see what we got. This is actually a Pueblan milk snake. You can see her in the back. She's already out of her egg box, so that's good. And let's see what kind of egg she has. We'll see if we have any luck. Oh, this is exactly what I was telling you guys. This entire clutch is no good. These are all infertile eggs. Oh, and basically what probably happened is that, you know, a male snake has only so much viable sperm, and chances are he just kind of ran out of viable sperm, and then I get a clutch of slug eggs. The thing I hate about slug eggs is that the female puts all that energy into producing a clutch of eggs, and then they're not even any good. Now the good news is slug clutches don't take as much out of females, so it's not as bad for them. But she's done for the year. She's got the next 3 or 4 months just conditioning herself up to get ready for hibernation. Let's hope our day gets better, guys. Okay. Deep breath for this next one. It better get better. All right, so we do have another Pueblan clutch. The downside is it's right beneath the other one. So chances are it's probably the same male. I'm assuming this clutch isn't going to be any good, but let's go ahead and take a look. All right, Mom, good job for at least laying a couple clutches. She looks really good. It doesn't look like she's beat up or anything like that. That again tells me there's a good chance they're slugs, but look at that. It looks like there's 1, 2 good eggs and the rest slugs. Oh my gosh, guys, I've told you many, many times, when you're a snake breeder, there's ups and there's downs, and I was going to take you on the real journey. I'm not going to candy coat it or sugar coat it and just show you the best things that happen. I'm going to show you the downsides too. So, oh well, that sucks. We have 2 clutches of bad eggs from a Pueblan. Well, we got 1 or 2 good eggs, but in my experience between us, usually when there's 1 or 2 good eggs and the rest are slugs, those eggs don't hatch either. So chances are pretty good we're not going to yield anything out of this. But hey, we still have a few more clutches on the other side of this rack, and I am positive they're going to be good. Well, not positive, but I'm going to keep positive and think they're going to be good, and that's why it's going to happen. All right, we are on the other side. Are we going to test my theory of being positive? Let's go ahead and do this. This is actually a Mexican Black King. Again, second clutch. She looks like she's pretty good. She's out of her box. My prediction is that these eggs are going to be good, but what do I know? Hey, they actually don't look too bad, but it's a small clutch. I mean, there's only 3 eggs, but I wouldn't expect a whole lot more from that small female. And you can see how I just rolled this egg. It's pretty simple. See, on the very top, it's a little bit pink. On the side, it's not pink. So that just tells me that that's where the embryo is. And rather than candling it, I can see without candling it, so I know that that's the way to go. So hey, it's a small clutch, but at least it's fertile. A couple more clutches to go. Let's keep it on a roll. I just realized I missed another Pueblan clutch over here as I was walking by. So let's see if this one is any better. Again, this is a second clutch. And right off the bat, I haven't even looked at the eggs, but you can kind of see that this female just looks a little bit more flat. Looks like she's put a little bit more energy into this clutch. So if I had to guess, I would say that it's probably a fertile clutch, because again, what happens if they don't look like they even laid almost, that usually tells me they're mainly slugs. So let's see what happens. Yep, look at that. I was right on the money. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 7 good eggs. Again, this is a second clutch. The first clutch she probably laid between 6 and 8 eggs, so that is an absolutely great thing. So I'm glad I missed it, and it definitely made me feel good that I didn't get all slugs from Pueblans today. Next up is going to be an albino Honduran milk snake, and these guys are typically really large eggs. So let's see what she has going on in there. And you can see, look at how gorgeous that snake is right there, huh? I mean, these things are just unbelievable. I always think when it comes to the albino milk snakes, it's like, how in the heck does that even happen? I mean, I remember the very first ones that I saw, I was just so blown away with. And again, I've told the story before, I'm very fortunate to have had the first albino Honduran milk snakes in the country of USA and produced the first one. So that was really special for me. But let's see what she has here. Looks like, okay, looks like 3 really big eggs, but look at the size of those eggs. I mean, for a colubrid snake, those are some monster eggs. And again, the bigger the egg, the bigger the baby, which means that these guys will hatch out really big and typically eat really well. So I'm happy with that clutch. Okay, and so the last clutch I'm gonna check, this girl was actually laying earlier, so we're coming back to her. Hopefully she'll be done. So I'm gonna take a real quick peek and then we'll see. If she's done, we can pull her eggs. If not, we're gonna have to let her lay. So anyways, this is actually a het for snow Honduran milk snake. Let's just really gently take this off and see if she's done. Yep, looks like she's done. Look at the size of those eggs though. Ooh, doggy, that's a nice clutch. You can see that one little slug in there right there. This is actually the infertile egg, so this one is not any good. But these ones, look at these ones, 2, 4, 6 beautiful eggs. And again, that's an albino het for snow. So that concludes the egg pulling part of this vlog. I do have to ultrasound some snakes really quick. That's right, we ultrasound snakes. I'll take you down and show you how I do it. So yeah, guys, we actually do ultrasound snakes here. And basically what we're trying to look for is follicle growth. Now, it's really at the very, very end of the breeding season. As a matter of fact, I usually stop breeding about a month ago, but I've been breeding some animals a little bit later this year just because they had some advanced follicles. And just to quickly explain, basically what happens is about 2/3 the way down her body, you'll have the ovaries and then the oviduct attached. And what you want to do is breed a ball python and mini snakes at about 10 to 12 millimeters and then continue to breed them all the way till about 35 to 40 millimeters when they ovulate. So at this time of the year, if an animal is at 20 millimeters or 18 millimeters, I would just shelf her and not breed her until next year again, because it's just far too late in the season. This girl only had 12 millimeters the last time I scanned her, so if she doesn't have some big 22, 24 millimeters, I'm done. I'm just gonna stop breeding her. So essentially I'm just taking this probe right here and I'm looking for actually the gallbladder, which is a big black spot, and then I'm following it down, and gosh, this girl actually looks like she still is pretty small. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just not breed her anymore. Again, she was at about 13 or 14 millimeters, which is just far too small for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip her, but we do have a bunch more to check. So I've ultrasounded a handful of other animals with really the similar results. I mean, just unfortunately not much going on. And again, that's exactly what I expected. We still had an amazing year. Kelsey did a great job down here, but I just thought maybe we could get 1 or 2 additional clutches that we weren't really expecting. And right now it doesn't look like my odds are very good. And I only have 2 more girls to ultrasound before I'm done for the night. So I think things are not looking very positive for future production. Again, this animal has some really nice follicles. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and measure them up just to see, but it looks to me like I'm going to probably shelf her too. She's at 22 millimeters, and you know, she was at 18 before, so I'm going to go ahead and breed her a couple more times just because they did advance in their follicle growth. So I don't want to quite give up on them yet, but I'm not high hopes. 1 more animal, and then I'm done ultrasounding, and then there's a chance that we might only have 2 ball pythons breeding at the end of this day, which is pretty good because then it gives us a break from switching around. So anyways, 1 more. So this isn't a really big animal, but this is a pinstripe, and it's a possible specter, and it's again bred to that pastel ivory, which is a super yellow belly, so it could produce some pastel super stripes, but also pinstripe super stripes. So that would be pretty cool, but I don't know where she's at right now, so let's go ahead and see. Whoa, she actually has some pretty good follicles right now, which is a surprise because she was only at 18 millimeters last time. So let's see where she's at now. Looks like she's at 23 millimeters. So as much as I hate to do it, it looks like we're gonna have 3 ball pythons still breeding. Sorry, Kelsey, you still have to work on the breeding season. But hey, like I said, all in all, 2017 has been absolutely amazing. We definitely outproduced last year, and it looks like we might have a few more clutches that we weren't really expecting. We'll see what happens. I'll check back by, but there you are. There you have it, how to ultrasound snakes. So guys, I was telling you that I am getting a pond, and me and Laura are gonna go back and forth on this one. I'm of course with my buddy Greg, the pond guy, yes, out of Chicago, and he's from Aquascapes. He owns the company, and he actually had a show on Nat Geo Wild called Pond Stars. So how was that experience?
I didn't name it, but it was an interesting experience. I much prefer the digital format, let's just say that.
Well, that's cool. Well, we're gonna be doing some stuff together. Greg's gonna be helping me out with a really cool pond here, and we were actually talking today. Remember, I've been saying that I wanted to do something for RJ, RJ, well, Greg might be able to help me out with that too, which will be absolutely incredible. So we're gonna make a rad enclosure for RJ, but for now we're gonna do the pond, and hey, we're gonna mess with Lori a little bit. So Greg, do me a favor when we get back. We're gonna tell Lori that we're doing the whole backyard.
Okay, I'll do it. We have to get her on camera.
Yeah, we'll get her. We're gonna prank her out, man. We're gonna have it done, man.
It'll be nice to punk somebody else's wife. They're always punking mine.
Exactly. But hey, listen, I'm gonna put all the links in the description to Greg's stuff. He has a YouTube channel, has some amazing stuff on Facebook. You definitely are gonna want to follow him, and you'll definitely be seeing more of him in my vlog for sure. And as we're doing this pond, I'm gonna have the entire thing on film, so it's gonna be absolutely incredible. So more to come, but let's go mess with Lori.
You don't want the swimming pool because it's old, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's a perfect area to start the pond. But I want to wrap it around the patio to the other side because there's two seating areas. So basically 2 ponds on each side with a waterway in between them.
Oh my God! Shut up.
Greg thinks this will work.
I'm sure that
we're gonna have a little bridge that goes over the waterway for the dogs.
That's
for
what
the
I'm
dogs.
thinking. Exactly. You're taking up my whole yard.
A lazy river. You know, between the two.
All right. I do love me a good lazy river, but not in my backyard.
No.
It's going from a pond to a freaking lazy river in my backyard. Nice. To be charged admission.
Just wait to see what we come up with, guys. Stay tuned for these vlogs. I mean, they're going to be absolutely epic, man. All right, Lori, stay tuned.
Yeah.
All right, so I am back home and shutting it down for the night. Noah got a new hat. What do you guys think? So, what do you think, Lori?
Beautiful.
Don't make any penis jokes about my hat, because it may look like a penis.
Cut that out.
Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the vlog here. It's been a long day, but an awesome day. I hope that you guys have had an incredible day as well. And thank you so much for tuning in. You guys mean the world to me. Your support lately has been over the top. You guys are wonderful and amazing. Can you do me a favor and smash that like button and hit that notification bell and make sure the notifications are always on? Make sure to be kind to somebody, and I promise I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.